My brothers and sisters, what is going on? Steel Sermon in the house, Saturday evening with another video for you guys. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted in the box down below. And making another Penguins weekly recap and thoughts as, I honestly can't be too mad about this considering the Pens once again lose in overtime to the Montreal Canadiens by a final of 5-4. I can't really be too mad because entering this week, we went on over to DC to play the Capitals, and we were riding a 7-game losing streak. And in that game, Mike Sullivan shows why that he's one of the best coaches in the league. He may be the best coach in the league, as I don't know why. He decides to go with Casey DeSmith against the Washington Capitals for whatever reason, and he shines through. Some of the best goaltending that I've ever seen by Casey DeSmith. Probably the best goaltending that I've ever seen from Casey DeSmith. And it seems to me that Sully was trying to light a spark under Tristan Jarry, trying to send him a message saying that, we got two goalies on this team that we know that can be highly competitive with this team, and we're going to go with the backup for tonight. Now, obviously, if it backfires, he looks like a fool. But it didn't backfire, so he looks like a genius, obviously. It's a very high-risk, high-reward deal right there for Sullivan, and he was able to come up with the high reward right there. Friday night, a 4-2 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Sullivan said the following about Evgeny Malkin in the postgame is that he is on, quote, beast mode. And he couldn't be more right about it. Evgeny Malkin has played incredibly well over the past couple of games. He's getting shots and he's being more aggressive. When his line takes the ice, it obviously makes a huge impact on the game. And Evgeny Malkin really is playing up to par for this season. And that was one of the biggest contributors as to why we pulled off the win over Toronto. And then tonight, obviously a loss in Montreal, but again, I can't get too mad about it. Malkin played great again. Offense was scoring goals, but, it's just that the defense and the net minding just let us down once again. It's amazing how the goaltending goes from looking so prominent and so turned around into just looking like how it was over the past couple of weeks. Tristan Jarry did not have a good game. He let up a couple of really soft goals in tonight's game. Couldn't really stop anything. Defense was just miserable once again. But, Brock McGinn, you can always count on him to get a great goal from a setup. Evgeny Malkin had an assist. Jason Zucker had a goal. And even though that we lost tonight, it looks like that we got a little bit of momentum back on our side. It's just that this team just, really lacks continuity. They can play great on both ends, defensively and offensively, for a couple games or so. But then every third game, it looks like that they just turn the off switch on one side of the puck. But it kind of seems to me that I would kind of like to have Casey DeSmith netmind for us a little bit more, because if he can play like that against the Capitals, and I know that the Capitals aren't particularly a great team this year, let's be honest, because they're off to a rough start as well. But I think if Casey DeSmith is to get more starts for us, I'd be on board with that. Because, like I said, I don't think Tristan Jarry is I don't think Tristan Jarry is a top goalie in the league. I don't even think he's the franchise goalie of this team. I really don't. We don't have a franchise goalie. We just have two goalies out there who are in platooning mode for our games. Plain simple. And looking at how Casey DeSmith was, I think that he might look like he's the better goalie of the two right now. So My personal opinion, I would be on board with seeing Casey DeSmith get a couple more starts in over Tristan Jarry, because now it's starting to look like, I mean, I said at the beginning of the season that the offense is starting to, the offense plays better for Jarry than it does for Casey DeSmith. I think it's the other way around now. The offense is starting to play better for Casey DeSmith. So, I mean, it's not a huge loss. We picked up a point in Montreal. We have 13 points in Montreal since 2016. So it's not like it's a huge loss or anything. But it's just that these games, a couple years ago we would have won. Now we're starting to lose them. I mean, we've always been a bad overtime team. Don't get that mistaken. But it seems like over the past, when we were winning back-to-back cups, I mean, it looks like we were winning these kind of games. We can't win them now. So regroup, head on back home. This was the last game of the 3-game road trip. And regroup at home. Let's get it going, guys. You're 2-1 in your last 3. You're 2-0-1, I should say, in your last 3 since losing 7 straight. Pick up a little bit more steam. There's still plenty of time to get things turned around in Metro. Let's get it going, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. This is Steel Sermon checking on out for the night. May God be with you all.